The weather will not be a factor today. We have absolutely beautiful conditions here. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And then brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning-quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. And the time is not on his side.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Carr starting with a throw. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Carr with it on first. That's complete to Wilson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
All right, here we go, second down. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Carr splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Carr here from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air. Carr. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Carr now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. A tight end in motion now. 2nd and 10, here's Carr. Caught near the pylon. And he gets it to the 1, but goes out just before the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Bucky Irving now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. They are brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 28. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Baker. Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Baker now from the gun. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running left, this is Irving. This is ahead for about 5. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Down to the 10. And he's finally taken down at the 3. That's That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Irving has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Mayfield to throw for it. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff headed right, Kamara. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Looking to throw, Carr. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Carr throwing on 3rd. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Bucs are in great shape to begin the drive already in enemy territory. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Slot man in motion left. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'll tell you this, Kate. They doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Jukes one defender, and he's able to work this down to the 41. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Irving. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield now from the gun. Has it down close. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Hitting Olave on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Carr with it on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And now they face second down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing again, it's Carr. Misfire there, couldn't connect. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing third and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. And with exactly 1 minute left to go, they've got some time, but they've got to work fairly quick. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Mayfield set to pass. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Saints will get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. Kamara's got it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Pistol snap to Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. Carr now on 1st and 10. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They go play action with Carr. This one's taken in by Hill. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Tucker now on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the third. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Ball at the 33 for first down. Baker now from the gun. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hauled in by Godwin. Now he's past the 25. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he'll get it up to the 44. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They send a man in motion. From the shotgun, Carr. This is complete to Olave. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers, he comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of Olave. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stop that time by Jamel Dean.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Carr back to throw. That's complete to Kamara. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Running back sent in motion. Carr to the air now. This is reeled in by Kamara. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They send a tight end in motion. Running behind center with Kamara. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. Just 1 yard on the play, and they're left with a long 3rd and 12. Here's Carr. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Irving. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Completes this one to Otten. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
First down, here's Baker. Got his target, it's Otten. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the fourth. Second and 6 coming up here. They'll run this with Irving. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running right, it's Irving. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Mayfield now from the gun. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First and 10, it's Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Second down, Mayfield the pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Baker throwing again. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Flush, and they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna... And they take this in for the score. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Baker Mayfield a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Saints offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. Carr with it on 1st. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Saints losing by 7. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Shaheed motioning right. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. Completes this one to Hill. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they take him down right along the 30. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They send the tight end in motion left. He'll look to throw it. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw it. That's caught for the first. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page. Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Setting up to pass. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And it's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Here he is to throw. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. We need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. Throwing now. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Buccaneers and receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Once again, Irving. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Saints call their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Sound the cannons, baby! The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're